Peace, family. I guess I could say not everybody's getting to the act, but in actuality, everybody's been in the act. I taking my son to school and stop and take a minute to look through social media, and I see that the Dalai Lama himself has been caught kissing a young child, a boy. I wasn't even for sure who or what the Dalai Lama was, but I researched it. Come to find out, he's the highest level of holiness, a symbol of holiness in Tibet. He's like the 14th Dalai Lama. This guy is 87 years old and is caught on video kissing a young boy. Then had the audacity to ask the child to suck his tongue. And one of the most disturbing things about it is when I researched it and found out who exactly who he was, and I see all the major news networks reporting this. They're reporting his regret and his remorse, his embarrassment for this incident to come out, and his apologies. But you're not reporting his removal. How can this guy be the spiritual leader of anybody and do this and still keep his position? How do you be so holy that you can ask a young boy child to suck your tongue and still got a position to go back to and still call him his holiness? These people lose no credibility, no punishment. So I guess he's gonna keep his position then, because if this had been anybody else, they had been out of office. All my videos that I do, I speak about blacks building their own, taking care of their own economic, social, political, industrial needs, to give our people a governing body worthy to serve us. And this speaks exactly to that. I don't understand how you can report this in the news, this Dalai Lama being caught in the act, doing this disgusting thing, and not report that he's been removed, not report that the people have went in protest and got this guy out of office. And he's not the only one. If you look at the top of all these political, religious leaders, popes, Dalai Lamas, these secret organizations, all this stuff, this is what they do. And we keep sending our children into these same institutions. And these are the people that's presiding over them. I mean, when is enough enough? When is the next time something like this happen going to be the last time something like this happened before our people come together and decide there's no way this could be the best? And see, my thing is this. Our people are suffering because we are trying our best to make America be the end result. We trying our best to justify the sacrifice that our people made, what that was forced to make, that was dragged over here as slaves, and had our enslavers build their businesses, industries, and institutions to keep the descendants of these slaves up under their control and authority. We put all our effort into maintaining America, when in actuality our ancestors are rolling over in the graves saying that we still trying to do this instead of doing things our way and naming it that. 87 years old. You shouldn't be able to get it up for anybody, let alone a 14-year-old boy. But I guess when you have this type of desire, no age is too old for this. This is, if they don't call for this guy's removal, his immediate removal, and set an example of this person, this is sickening. And this goes on all the time. Like I said, the Pope has the popes, the Catholic, or not the popes, but the Catholic priests, they are notorious for this nonsense. And the people that support them, I don't see how don't get me started. I'm not. We deserve better than this. And it is not going to come from this cesspool, this country. And it is not enough that white people sit up here and say, well, I'm suffering too. We're not happy with this system either, blah, blah, blah. We got to come together. No, we don't got to come together. You try to build a society, a new society, by gathering up the blacks, the whites, the disenchanted, the disgruntled, the unhappy, all these people together and try to build a new society, you would never come up with one. When these Europeans came over here, it was peace and harmony in this country. Yeah, sure, you had your skirmishes here and there for territory as people trying to expand and maintain what they have, but it was nowhere near as corrupt as this is. So in order for us to fashion a new way of life, black people, we're going to have to come together as a people and determine it ourselves. We can't have the poor whites, the middle class whites, the Arabs, the Asians, the LGBTQ all chirping in our ear, trying to get this for their people, or remember this, or remember that, trying to equate this with that, and blah, blah. We need to come together and form our own foundation, our own constitution, and then build businesses and industries, institutions around our essential needs, our education, our food, our health, our politics, our manufacturing. Having businesses and industries within our community that's consistent to our culture, that's consistent to our beliefs, that promote a decent, respectable way of life. How do you live in a society and you got people like this, whites, that capitalize on the disadvantagement of blacks? You can't go to the store without seeing sex toys all hanging up and down, drug paraphernalia, driving down the roads, all type of stripper clothes, outfits, and hanging in the window. These are for our children to see. Stripper shows right on their marquee outside. Soon, graduation coming around in June, you'll see 18-year-olds apply. They want them to go straight from high school to the stripper pole. And they're going to use this sex industry to turn them into prostitutes later on. This nonsense can't keep going on. This is still got the nerve to call this guy His Holiness. He should be going straight to HE hockey sticks and anybody else who still want him in this position. I'm done with this. I'm gonna end this video here. And if you like this message, if you like this content, and if you like this pressure that I put on our oppressor, put a little pressure on that follow, subscribe button, and follow me in my next video. Ashe.